Golden Achy here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get the second of the 2 weekly campaign challenges for the week September 1st through the 7th, which is Pinball, which requires completion of any campaign mission on heroic or higher difficulty with the tilt skull. And I'm going to use Reclaimer for this particular mission because it is a pretty simple one to do. There's our tilt skull, heroic difficulty, and off we go. Now, Reclaimer, I think, was originally envisioned as a very difficult mission, but because of skips and tricks and tactics, it's turned into probably the second easiest mission behind Shutdown. So we'll be using a number of those, not all of them, because some of them are pretty difficult to accomplish. But anyway, here we go. Starting off. And instead of going into the mammoth, we're going to go left here.
Well,
and run out of ways up this little ridge. As I go into full sprint about every 4 seconds or so. But that's about how long it takes to get full sprint back. And notice the waypoints. Captain Del Rio comes on the line. When I pass those 2 flat rocks, I turn around and come back. Captain Rio comes on the line, Del Rio, and the waypoints show up on the mammoth. And what this does is it saves us a few seconds. And we just got to get into the side door of the mammoth. Sometimes it takes off like that. Sometimes it stays pretty steady. It's just a matter of judging how to get into that little side door there. Alright, we grab the jetpack. Swap out the AR for a sniper rifle, and jump back and jump up here, and we're just going for a little ride. So the first thing we have to do is we have to grab a target designator and take out or paint particle cannon twice to get the mini-mac to take it out, the mini-mac on the mammoth, that is. And that's because of tilt. With tilt not on, it would only take one. We'd only have to paint it once. Alright, as soon as Commander Lassie comes on the line and says there's Covenant digging in on the ridge line up ahead, right there, we want to sprint and jump and jetpack and coast over to the right side here. Doing that sprint jump and jetpack off the moving mammoth gives us a little bit of boost there. And then we're in a combination of sprint and regular pacing, sprint and regular pacing, and I count to 4 on the and on the 5th count go back into full sprint. Different ways to do that to maximize or minimize time. Alright, we're headed for this little rock here. What we want to try to do is hit the rock and jetpack at the same time. Sometimes we get a real extra boost and go all the way to the top. Other times you want to land on that ledge and then boost up. A little jump jetpack action, which is jumping and jetpacking at the same time. Off the edge, use jetpack to slow descent at the last second. Run along the edge of the stream here. Up and over the crashed Pelican. There's our target designator. Let's put the first shot on, and then haul it for the ghost right here. We're jumping the ghost and off to the mammoth. All right, out of the ghost and up to the 2nd level here. And we park ourselves right here. We've got a view of the particle cannon. Bring up the target designator, which is up on the D-pad, by the way. As soon as it totally recharges, put the 2nd shot on. And boom, there goes the particle cannon. Now there is a neat little trick where one could shave about 15-20 seconds off the run and do a ghost jump across the acid stream, but this approach that I'm demonstrating here is the safer approach. It takes a little bit longer, but it's much safer to do. I have a speed run where I demonstrate the acid stream jump with the ghost. Okay, out of the when the door opens, out of the out with a ghost. Follow this path here. Right about here, we want to just go back and coast, get full boost back, and then off through the gauntlet. Just a couple of phantoms plus some cubbies on the ground, but on heroic difficulty, they're not all that great a shot, so it's fairly easy to get through. Alright, again, we're going to coast, get full boost back. That takes about 3 seconds. Now, here's a trick. Raise the nose of the ghost by pushing down on the jump key and holding it. Brings the nose up, and we can go up and over those rocks at full boost. Something to remember. Got to do that one more time in this run. Bring the nose up, if you will. Okay, coast into the right, look to the right, jump out, and right through the force field. That saves us having to battle to get to the power sources, to not bring that force field down. Alright, now I'm back into my combination of sprinting and regular pace.
2 for 2, finish him off. Break! Shield disabled. Mammoth, the path is clear.
Mammoth holding position. Whenever you're ready to proceed, Chief.
Alright, when Commander Lasky comes back on the line, right about here, bring up the target designator, put the first shot on the second particle cannon. Let's jump in the ghost. We're going to bring this guy right up here to the little flat rock area right there. Park it. Now we're going to run right into this rock and boost. Boom, and get that extra little jump way up here. Right to here. Okay. And as soon as we recharge the target designator, put the second shot on the particle cannon. Switch over to the sniper rifle. The lich appears below us, and then we boost and coast very carefully down here through that top opening, down to the power source. One whack, 2 shots with the sniper rifle, and there goes the lich. That's all she wrote. And run back out that side door there, and boost and coast down. Jumping a ghost. Notice I got the nose up with the jump key. Right at the last second, I pulled back on both sticks to soften the landing there. And now we just got to wait for this invisible wall to disappear. Right there. Okay, and we're off and running. And now we're going to jump a gap. There's 2 gaps in this run that we've got to jump. This was actually the easier one to do. Alright, run into the rock face, boost, and we go flying up the rock face, like so. Get full boost back, and we're going to run, jump, jetpack, and coast, jetpack and coast, jetpack and coast across the chasm here. Give a gap. Notice I'm starting to drop a little bit here as my jetpack takes longer to recharge. Okay, we're over on the other side. Going to run up to this little smudge mark here, and then run right into the rock face and boost, and go flying up the rock face again. We're going to do the same thing one more time into this rock face. Boom, up there. Get that little extra boost when we run into the rock. Alright, now we're off to the beginning of Sniper Alley, and we're going to set up the Sniper Alley skip. Which if we had to go through Sniper Alley, this would be a major, major battle, and we're going to bypass the whole thing. But it takes another gap jump, and this one coming up is the one you really need to practice, because it is a tough one to do. Okay, right to that little rock right there. Turn around, come back the other way. I'll get a checkpoint. There we go. That sets up everything ahead of us. And we're going to run back the way we came, right to the spot here where there's that big crack in the rock. Run into the rock, boost, and angle left a little bit. Right to this little ledge here. And jetpack up and over to here. Sprint, jump, and jetpack. Across to here. Sprint, jump. To this little ledge right here. Jump. Didn't want to do that. Kind of lost my bearings there. So now I was trying to get up to the ledge above me, but I didn't quite make it. Kind of got a little confused there. So I do a jump jetpack. Jump and jetpack at the same time to come up here. Alright, position myself like so, and then sprint jump, and then jetpack and coast, and jetpack and coast, and jetpack and coast right to this little rock here. Jump straight up, jetpacking, and turn around, and we've just bypassed Sniper Alley.
Cortana to infinity.
Jumping that gap there is well worth the effort. We just bypassed a major battle. And we're into the Forerunner structure. On our way to the particle cannon network array room. There we go. That's hard to say. Alright, come out of there. Notice I whacked that door. That appears to get the Sentinel's attention quicker than if I just stood there. And let him open the door. Open this door. And on down here.
Take us directly to the coordinates Infinity provided. Almost like those Sentinels wanted us to get the particle cannons.
Notice I'm a little bit right of center in the platform here, in the elevator, because that's how the doors will open. And this level here, see how that opens a little bit to the right? Okay, out the door. Again, now we're into, don't worry about that Sentinel on the left, by the way, just keep going straight. Now we're into the pacing of sprint and regular pacing every 4-5 seconds or so. And head into here, and this is the particle cannon network array room. And headed for that waypoint there. We got to put Cortana into the system. Notice the two gold ones on the left. Those are the two active particle cannons. The two silver ones on the right are the ones that we took out. Alright, then we head on back to here. Now ultimately a light bridge is going to appear right here towards that closed doorway, and the doorway will open. But we're going to jump the gun just a little bit.
Cortana?
After Cortana says Chief,
Cortana. Cortana.
then Chief will say Cortana twice. After he says it the first time, we do a little jump and jetpack, and then the light bridge appears. It appears when he says it the second time. That's just a nice little trick. Saves us a few seconds there. And then through the little alcove and passageways down the big room here, or the big doorway, and into the light, which is the beginning of about a 2-minute cutscene, which we're going to skip, where the librarian tells us all about the didact and kind of buffs up the Chief so he can take on the didact, or survive the composer, actually. Then when we come out, right about here. Alright, sprint over to here. And as soon as the waypoint comes up, grab Cortana and then jetpack
Elevator, back at the table.
over to here. And that's a kind of a boost and coast. Head on down to the end of the room down here. I'm waiting for my health compact. There it is. And just sprint off here. These guys aren't even paying attention in this run, but I wouldn't worry about the crawlers. And then into the elevator. Notice I ducked left there a little bit just to make sure the doors closed behind me before,
It's a long story, but
so I
know
wouldn't
what the
keep taking
didacts
fire.
I know that part. The librarian filled me in when she snatched me from the system. But what I don't know is what she did
Alright,
to you.
when we come out here, we're going to come down and make a right turn through the portal, and we'll be back on the outside. And we're going to do our final trick or skip here. Instead of engaging in this big long tank battle against a whole bunch of race and cubbies and all kinds of stuff, we're going to head up the right side here. Got a big standing rock there on the left. We're going to come up in here to this little rock right here, jump up on it, and then run into the rock face and jetpack up. Again, getting that extra boost. Do the same thing here. Run in, after we get full boost back, by the way, run into here, just jetpack up. Can't do it here because of the overhanging cliff, so we have to do a straight jump and jetpack. Got to do the same thing here, jump and jetpack up. Alright, just follow this path here. sprint across and jetpack and coast. Like so. Across to here. Following this path. You can see the force field up there. You might be able to figure out what I'm getting at. What we're going to do is we're going to work our way around so we can jump down behind the force field. Not have to worry about bringing it down. Alright, we're jumping and jetpacking. Our way along the edge of the rocks here. Like so. And behind the force field, and then jump off and down. Use jetpack to slow our descent. And you notice the screen freeze there. Alright, then run along the edge here on the high side. And then go ahead and head for the target designator.
You heard it, Chief. Line up the shot.
Okay, paint the gravity well and kaboom. That's all she wrote. That's essentially the end of the mission right there. We got to go through the skip scene and the end of mission symbols and the challenge popping. But that's essentially the end of the mission as the Chief smugly walks away. Go ahead and skip the cutscene. So I do hope this helps in your quest for the second of the 2 weekly challenges for September 1st through the 7th, which is Pinball. This is Old and Achy, signing off. Take care, everybody.